guide the
Well,
conversation.
boys. Well, boys. It has been a minute. It's been a hot minute since we've all gathered the council together.
Much has happened in the past several moons.
Yeah, you know, we had a little mini-sode. We prematurely shot our wad on what was supposed to be a dry run in our Spencer extravaganza. And then since
It was a good.
Yeah, we did record it. We did record the Fixed and Post Christmas special, but it got deleted
Yeah.
Well, the Deep State found it.
As you say, when you say evergreen content, that wasn't the evergreen we were talking about.
When you dropped Colin's laptop in that giant bowl of pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah, pudding. It took me weeks to eat
we were
my way out of there.
We had to make the bowl of pudding in order to impress the prince that was coming into town.
Yeah, exactly. There was a whole thing that you guys missed, and we had it all recorded.
But then
it would have been a great episode.
What was crazy was that the prince and Colin looked almost exactly alike, so they were able to do like a
and then there was like they did like a musical performance where they both sang together like the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Prince, okay, both are good. I was going for it's obvious that I'm the prince. Like the prince looks just like me, and then at the end, like there's one shot where you see us like both next to each other, and there really was a prince the whole time. He wasn't making you do all these ridiculous things.
Gotcha.
All good though. We'll try to synthesize.
That's like an okay idea.
Yeah, pretty okay.
Yeah, mine was pretty good though.
Yours was pretty good.
Yours was really good.
And yours was not as good, but still good. Mine was probably the best.
I would say mine's pretty good, and yours is just okay.
Mine was probably.
If you had to be in a Disney movie, what would the premise of the Disney movie be?
There's 3 burgers. There's the land burger. there's the air burger.
No!
And there's
there's not!
And,
Sea burger.
No!
I need to combine.
I love Sea Burger.
Sea burger, call that bitch a fillet of
fish. I've never seen a burger I didn't want to eat.
I'm on a sea burger diet.
A sea burger and I eat it.
Only fish on my burgers. No, but in all seriousness, my Disney movie promise would be there's a land burger, an air burger, and a sea burger, and I sort of synthesize them into a land, air, and sea burger.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's like the movie crazy? Hackers.
That is like the movie Hackers. I'm like kind of a modern day Jennifer Lawrence?
Angelina Jolie.
Gotcha.
Jennifer Lawrence was, I think, 8 when that movie came out.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
I went to college once, not to brag, but my roommate in college...
I went to college one time.
Hold on. Which roommate in college?
Different roommate in college. Went to summer camp.
Hold on.
Was like a counselor at this summer camp that was owned by Jennifer Lawrence's mother. And
really?
Yeah. And so then they one time
it's called Camp
Fappening. They had like a
Shouldn't expect that one. Shouldn't expect that so soon in the podcast.
No, I did not. Anyways,
so expect that one to come and hit you left in the head.
Held a party, and at the end of the summer.
Wait,
like a normal party.
Okay,
not like a
Jeffrey Epstein situation.
No, not like that. And went to my roommate and
hold on.
Was like, hey, do you want to see something? And took him in another room and showed him Jennifer Lawrence's Oscar that she had stolen from her daughter. And was like, look. And he had a photo of him holding the Oscar.
Awesome.
That's fucking sick.
So it was a true story, as far as I know.
I have a similar story, not to, make this about me or
please.
Anything, but similar story. So there was this guy, when I did this youth music program for all of my adolescence, and there was this guy who came in, and I'll say his name because he's now disgraced. So his name was Damon Ranger. They were like, oh, hey, this guy, he's from Chicago, and he's like a songwriter, music producer, musician, and he won an Oscar for working on the music for Life of Pi.
Didn't he work with Mancow?
Well, I'll get to that.
Oh.
So,
wait, you're telling me he won an Oscar. Now, I don't care about that, but did he work with Mancow?
Yeah.
Mancow in the morning.
And he was
Oscars of Chicago.
And he came and visited with us and did like a little workshop. and we ended up performing one of his shitty band's shitty songs. That was like one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life.
It's called Sister Christian.
No, it was called We Are the Ones, and like and
We are the ones.
no, it was like we are the ones who were taught to hate, and like that's like the first line, and it's horrible. Anyway, so he came in, he brought his Oscar in a like stainless steel suitcase and showed it to us. And we're like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's like kind of weird that you bring that around everywhere in a suitcase, but all right. It's kind of weird that you brought it to this youth music school, but okay. That's fine. It's cool. It's whatever. I mean, I've never seen an Oscar before. He also said that he worked on like with Kanye West and he worked with all these other people and shit. Fast forward, and he then later became like associated with like I just went to one location of the school out of like many around the nation. And
this is some sort of rock and roll high school.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And he became like big with like the whole program. Like he toured schools and stuff, and they were like Oscar winner Damon Ranger. Turns out, whole time he was just making it up. And he got and he was on Mancow a bunch. Him and Mancow became like friends.
That's right. Mancow has an interview with him where the dude is crying.
Yeah, and he like corners him, and he's just like, "What the fuck are you like?" And Mancow is like actually serious, and he's like, "We found out that you're like a total phony. What do you have to say to yourself?" And he's like, "Oh, like
yeah." Mancow's the one that exposed him.
Yeah, and Mancow.
What do you mean phony? What was a phony?
He never did any of that. He never won an Oscar. He never worked with Kanye West. You know what he did? He directed a couple music videos in the 90s. He like directed a music video for like the Smashing Pumpkins on like their third album. And he also did the recording for like a couple bands. Like,
Holy shit.
Like he was like, he had an okay career as a, music producer. But as a, every music producer ends up working with some famous people. If you're doing
How did
long
he
enough.
fake all that?
He just did. People just believed him.
No one verified it?
They just believed him.
That's so funny.
And they let him around kids.
Why would you if
Mancow even said, Mancow is like, he's been to my house. Like, he's met my children.
Holy
like, what the fuck?
Shit.
And Damon Ranger's like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you saying this, like, on the air? Like, why can't we talk about this, like, off the air? And Mancow's like, no. And then he left the interview, and then they chased him down the hallway, and we're, like, asking him questions and shit. And now he's, like, disgraced.
Holy fuck.
I literally met him. I met him several times, and he actually was very nice to me, and he complimented my musicianship more than once.
What does that say about your musicianship?
Right. And exactly. Yeah.
I'm picturing Mancow's children as disturbing man-cow hybrids.
Yeah, some sort of cow men.
like they're like not like
children. That's funny.
There's no true synthesis of the two species.
I
where
call
they
them
like have
Mancow's kid called that a kid calf.
It's like a what's that? Not Lovecraft. Cronenberg.
Oh yeah,
Cronenberg creature.
Yeah.
Cronenberg did this movie that you've been recommending to me. True or false? Eastern Promises.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
There's no monsters in that. It's just
I know. I wasn't worried about that.
He did the thing, right?
No, that's this person who I always get mixed up with Cronenberg, which is why I asked. He did Escape from New York. He did the Thing. He did Halloween. He did you're doing
The Passion of the Christ.
He did John Carpenter.
There we go.
Oh, and as Jesus was
a carpenter.
Who did Passion of the
Christ? And
Christ?
the Shepherd of Man.
Yeah.
Who plays Pontius Pilate in that movie?
David Bowie.
Yeah, David Bowie.
Really?
Actually?
Swear to God.
Holy shit, that was
David
a guess.
Bowie is Pontius Pilate speaking Aramaic or Latin. They speak Latin.
I don't know. I've never.
Because I know the whole movie they speak Aramaic.
Willem Dafoe is Jesus.
Willem Dafoe is not Jesus.
That's an
Antichrist. Right?
No, that's not an Antichrist. That's the Last Temptation of Christ.
Gotcha.
Oh, maybe that's
what you're thinking of.
Passion
of the Christ is like a B.
That's Mel Gibson as Jesus. No, not as Jesus directing. Sorry.
Okay, let's.
No, I don't think David Bowie's.
David Bowie plays Pontius Pilate in something.
Last Temptation, because that's Scorsese.
It's Jim Caviezel as Jesus, who was also in.
He's in like nothing.
Nothing else.
But Last Temptation is Marty Scorsese. Which
hero.
he does often.
Yes, he does.
No.
It is the Last Temptation of Christ. I'm sorry.
Monica Bellucci as Mary Magdalene.
Oh yeah, that movie's awesome. I haven't seen it in a while. The movie's awesome.
The Last Temptation of Christ is awesome.
Is Monica Bellucci
of course,
the hottest
fucking
woman alive?
Yes.
Martin Scorsese. Monica Bellucci. Is she the one that hooked up with Bill Clinton?
No, that's Monica Lewinsky. You fucking idiot.
Monica Bellucci was also in the Matrix movies. She's super hot in those.
She's
don't recognize
she has
her.
big, gorgeous Italian breasts.
She's Italian, which means gotta stay away from that, as I could be related. As I am related to any Italian. Irish, get over here, babies. The odds are slim. Italian, no, I'm sorry, we could be related.
It's likely.
I was at a eating and or drinking establishment last night. Emphasis on the or. A place where a movie could be playing and there could be no sound on. And we watched, amidst other conversations, like on in the background, that I was, of course, eye level with the TV, so it's all I could focus on. We watched, not Rocky Horror, Little Shop of Horrors, and then Rock and Roll High School, which without sound is a bad experience.
What is Rock and Roll High School? I've never heard
It's
of
with
that.
the Ramones
movie. I've seen it, but I've never.
Those are the
heard
worst
it.
movies to watch.
It's like a
without
super.
sound.
It's like super schlocky, like high school, like we're peeking through the hole in the shower.
It seemed like
that type of
Porky's
thing.
without the.
And they're like,
humor
and he's just
and
like, you can't play rock and roll in the hallways. The Ramones. And the Ramones are like, we're punk rock, man.
What do you want to do with your life? I did not know that Meatloaf plays Jack Black's dad in the Tenacious D movie.
Yeah, he does.
I saw it with you.
He does. It's
We
so
talked
awesome.
about this.
I want to watch The Pick of Destiny again. That movie's great.
I watched that clip of Meatloaf as his dad, and I was like, watch another couple clips from that movie.
Yeah.
It's a funny movie.
his like one like verse like one like he has like half a song feature in that movie, and he kills it. That's a good, really catchy like song.
Yeah.
That he sings.
It's good.
Dragons, balls ablaze, and as I step into his cage. I used to think that song was like the tits in like 7th grade.
Because it's
It
awesome.
is
It's
the
awesome.
tits.
It
It's
is
just
awesome.
Something being the tits.
If you try to fuck with me, then I shall fuck you too.
Oh, that I was thinking of the Meatloaf one.
Gotta get on in the party zone.
Tenacious D is like I mean, their musicianship isn't bad.
No, they're good songwriters.
I think you circle back. I think Tenacious D is kind of like the thing where you're like a young teenager, and it's like, oh my god, this is like subversive and fun, and
they say
and
like
whatever.
they say fuck a lot,
and they say fuck a lot, and they they're whatever, they're gross, and then you kind of grow out of it, and you're like, I want more intelligent, whatever, and then you kind of.
And
then you
grow
grow
Radiohead
back into it, and you're like, this is
awesome.
great.
This is
based.
awesome.
Yeah.
Based.
That's how I feel about Weird Al.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree.
I just listened to Albuquerque again the other day. It was amazing.
It's very
great song.
Because when you're a kid you laugh at like the fart noises and but when you're an adult you laugh at him going A L B U and there's a pause and he goes because he can't spell it, and he talks about how he survived the plane because his tray table was up and the seatbelt was in the full upright position.
Yeah, he's gonna have a movie.
Daniel Radcliffe is playing young Weird Al. Somebody was like, I saw a tweet that's like, hey, great job on getting this role, Daniel. Like, I know you did lots of dumb stuff like Harry Potter and there was another big thing he was in. I literally only know Daniel from
Horns. I don't know. He was in the movie
Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man.
But like that, and you know what? That was small potatoes, and you might deserve this, but you gotta get it right. There's a lot of people counting on you.
This is the highest stakes of his career, I would say.
Seriously, not because of like, whatever the so-called snobs in their ivory towers say, because Weird Al means so many things to so many people.
I'm glad it's like it seems like it's going to be like a parody, not straight parody, but like it's not going to be an actual
silly
biopic. It's going to be a weird biopic.
Sort of weird biopic.
Some sort of Suicide Squad.
My kind of squad.
What is this? Some sort of warehouse?
Oh. No, that's funny. That's funny that he's in that. I don't know why you would pick Daniel Radcliffe, because I don't see any resemblance at all. But I mean, they've proved me wrong in the past.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad casting choice. I'm surprised they got there. Maybe he auditioned and nailed it. Maybe he's a Weird Al fan.
What's he in again? Sorry.
Harry Potter.
No, I know.
And
Well, what are you talking about, Daniel?
He's also in Harry Potter: The Chamber of Secrets and Harry Potter.
Shut up.
Okay, all right.
As we've been talking about for the past 10 minutes,
I wasn't paying
He
attention.
is in a
I was not paying attention.
Weird Al biopic.
Weird Al biopic. Okay, cool. Thanks.
He's
Was that so fucking hard? Okay, all you need to say 3 words. Weird Al biopic.
It was really easy to say the first time.
Also, it's biopic.
It's just that
It's biopic.
we've been saying it, so.
But it's like I think it's produced by the Funny or Die people, so it's like
Interesting.
parodic.
Well, seeing as how Funny or Die has not been relevant since like 2007, I don't have faith in
Are
it.
you thinking of Funny or Die, or are you thinking of College Humor?
Funny or Die.
Every time somebody's
I'm
like...
not thinking... College Humor was last relevant in like 2013.
Yeah,
Every
but
time-
I think of Funny or Die is more.
That is like early internet.
Funny or Die. I think they evolved.
I think of like Pearl the Landlord with Will Ferrell.
I think
Which was
Funny or
funny.
Die
Which is-
evolved
which is funny.
to like working behind the scenes of a lot of things that I don't know they're behind, and I think College Humor died out.
Yes.
You know,
No,
Adam-
College
like,
Humor
Adam
still is
McKay-
doing what they're doing.
Like Adam,
Exactly.
Adam McKay now directs like major motion
Right.
pictures and shit. You know, like
Oh, that's right. That's Adam McKay was Funny or Die?
yeah, that's like that's yeah.
Oh, he just did that horrible movie. Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
Universally
Yeah.
hated.
Him
Seemingly deservedly so.
There's
I
also
have
this.
questions
There's
about
also this comedian on Funny or Die who like was one of the founders, Brian Safdie, who is not
the
related.
Safdie brothers.
He's not related to the Safdie brothers. I mean, he might be. I don't know, but
There was a Brian Safdie, I think in Licorice Pizza, who was one of the Safdie brothers. Plus, he's in the Kenobi movie show.
but he's really funny. He's in.
Oh, wow.
He was on this. There was
could be
this.
wrong
There
about
was this. Well, not really funny. He's funny enough.
yeah, Funny or Die seems like a thing where people just kind of evolved out of it and kind of moved on.
I mean, it was trailblazing.
internet
It was like
relevant.
No, you're right. I'm sorry, I was wrong.
He's like it was they were like pretty trailblazing. They really paved the way for like funny short internet videos. Like they really kind of brought a lot of like Pearl the Landlord. Like my dad saw that and was like showed it to me and was like, "Oh, this is funny. I found this on the internet." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, that's funny. It's a baby yelling at Will Ferrell. It's and the baby's the landlord.
He says, "I want my money, bitch."
You know.
And Will Ferrell, he's like, "You're so mean."
College humor is like, you know. Okay, I would maybe everybody else knows the difference, but I for a long time thought they were the same thing, and I was like, these College Humor videos suck, but like these ones I always thought were kind of funny, and then I found out that all the ones I thought were funny were Funny or Die.
Not gonna lie, there was a couple College Humor like shorts.
I was big into College Humor.
They were like heavy in my like content stream
I
where it's like
hate
it's
College Humor.
when I was in like
where it's like like the ones that's like the 7 girls
Freshman
you'll date
year
in
of high
college
school.
or like you like that.
Well, yeah, you know how they got you is because they had that like the 8 myths of filming a sex scene or whatever, and it was like a very provocative thumbnail, and so that's why I started watching College Humor because you were just jerking off to their sex
That's what I'm
scene
thinking of.
Yes.
joke, which I will say what you will, point your fingers at me. What you will, but consistently one of the highest. There's like I go to the YouTube analytics.
Yes.
And it's like, where do people watch your videos? What videos are they coming from? You know, top 4 are like other videos on my channel. They go to like they watch one video, they watch the Fallen Order best of. They go to Fix It and Post.
That's
you know,
a
that sort of
good
thing.
sign.
But
That's probably
in
also
that
us.
top 5 is
The Blue Milking Table.
foot massage gone wrong.
What?
And the number 1 search term that brings up our videos and somebody clicks on it
Big nerd
is
kids.
milking table. So, the Blue Milking Table consistently gets about 10 views a week.
So weird.
Hey, it adds up. It adds up
I
over
mean,
time.
I'm just saying. So, if
The
I call
thumbnail-
this something like College Humor Sex Scene, don't be mad.
The thumbnail is not provocative though. Like I feel like if I were, I mean, I don't want to speak for the American public, but if I were looking for a milking table video and I saw our 3 pictures on a blue background with Luke Skywalker, old man Luke Skywalker, in frame,
I would think shit's about to get wicked.
I don't know that would
About to get
fulfill
wizard.
my purpose. I'm sure to some people it would. I'm sure there are some people who masturbate to our videos. And I'm sure...
if you do, keep going. Proud of you.
You're doing awesome.
Leave a comment, like, subscribe.
Hey,
no,
hey.
no,
You're
don't
doing
do
great.
Keep it up.
Don't do that.
Remember, anxiety is the opposite of orgasm.
You're weak. You're a weak, pathetic little piece of shit.
Hey, you'll be fine as long as you don't get nervous.
Just go with the flow. So been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm. See, to us this is obvious, but to Fix It and Post viewers, they'll be shocked that you didn't say Skyrim. Because
it's because I haven't been heard from in 3 months, and this is why.
Every single Fix It and Post, I think you have a Skyrim
Skyrim section.
Yeah. Which we should make a permanent thing.
Well, I okay, fine. No. I'll interrupt this
Skyrim report.
I'll interrupt this topic to bring you Jack's Skyrim corner and put it in editor. Put in a little Dovahkiin. I gave you the perfect setup for it. Anyway. I was pissed because I saw a trailer. I was telling Colin this the other day. I saw a trailer for the newest Skyrim, like 10th anniversary edition, and it looks way fucking better than the remastered version that I got 2 years ago on PS4. It's way cooler. It is. It's like they have like new shit in it. There's like a ton of new spells. There's a ton of new shit. You can fish. They still have all the DLC. So, like, why the fuck did they even release... Well, I know why they released that version. Is to rope suckers like me into it. But, like...
Will you buy it?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna buy it. Because
He's gonna buy it.
I'm not gonna buy it. Because...
He's gonna buy it.
I'm not gonna buy it because on, like, the remastered version I have, it has access to the Creation Club and, like, mods and shit. And there's, like, enough mods on there that you can, like, basically judge it to, like, the new version. It's, like... All the shit that they have, like, enhanced graphics and water and shit like that, there already were, like, tons of mods that did that perfectly.
Enhanced water.
Exactly, yeah. It's like but in like the first mod you see, like the highest one is like the patch that patches out all the glitches and shit. And the funniest glitch that the first one that they did they took out the ability for animals to report your crimes. Sometimes animals would see your crimes and report them to the police, who would then get you. So then they're like, yeah, we're not going to do that.
That's really funny.
Because it is the stupidest game ever made.
You see a squirrel, like, on the phone calling the police.
Yeah.
A squirrel, Aaron?
A fucking, like a saber cat.
That's good.
Ever since you said lightning dog today...
Ever since you said those words together...
That's been referring... Wow. Jesus Christ. Referring to...
Folks, we're going to cut him off!
We were talking about earlier. It has been stuck in my head very prominently. Lightning dog. I don't know. You've awoken something in me. I really like lightning dog.
Lightning dog is good.
I might make a little...
You got a short YouTube short?
Yeah.
You're going to make a short YouTube animated feature?
Yes, I might make a short
Lightning
YouTube
Dog.
animated feature.
Okay, cool. That sounds awesome, bro. I can't wait to watch it.
Sorry. You guys were talking, and I interrupted.
Anyway, all this to say, I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2.
To what?
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly flee?
To boldly flee, yes. Red Dead Redemption to boldly flee.
I think like top dumb nerd thing topics. I think Nostalgia Critic is in the top 3 relative to our knowledge of information about him compared to both other things we know and other people. He's in the bottom rung.
Occupies too much
Yet
space.
we talk so much about him.
He's a larger than life figure.
Yeah, you know what? That's not wrong. You're right about that.
I think we could get him on this podcast.
I don't know. We've said a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, all in love and
Like he
Wow.
only plays guys like
No.
he only plays guys like lampoon him like to no end, and he's like said that he approves of those bits. Like I think
but they're
Well,
funny.
he was just being. I mean, I don't know that he does or doesn't approve, but I think he was just being a good sport.
yeah, he seems like a good sport.
They're funny.
They're also somewhat popular.
Yeah,
You talk about how they're all psychopaths.
yeah, they are pretty crazy.
No,
Have you guys watched Smiling Friends?
No,
I watched an episode.
I watched the first 2 episodes.
It's good.
It's good. Yeah,
It's a good Adult Swim show.
it's good. Yeah,
It's like
it's super fast and chaotic.
this is perfect for like 2 a.m. You know.
You need to watch it while you're high. Like, just, how stoned were they when they?
Oh my God! They had to be so high.
They had to be so stoned. When
What
they
drugs
did
did they take to come up with
What
this
drugs
idea?
did they take?
Friends
to come up with
that
this
smile?
idea? Some sort of smiling friend.
Smiling friends? What?
They call it SpiderMan.
What is this?
A
smiling
bag that
friend
is
I see?
sponge and a pants that are square?
See smiling friend, kisses brow.
Kiss his brow.
Yes.
Um,
Gives you small kiss right on head.
question for you, superhero expert.
Oh, don't call me that.
Oh,
No, you've.
Nope. Hey, nope. You dug yourself in this hole.
I have dug that hole.
If I go inside your room right now, I'm going to see a lot of books, and they're not going to be of the non-comic variety.
Ouch.
Oh, that was
What's your fucking question?
Sorry. My question is twofold. Number one, Spider-Man. When did he come out? There's an obvious joke there. I encourage
He
you
came out
to
on
take the high road.
National Coming Out Day 2012.
Look, as he did not. I encourage you to be better.
I believe the year is 1964.
Excellent. When did he become popular? For example, when would Joe
When did my dad hear about Spider-Man?
Yes, as we keep talking about the dad factor.
Yeah, pretty dang quickly. Because there was
a cartoon.
There was a cartoon
I've seen it.
in the late 60s, and there was even he became so popular that there was a live action show in Japan in the 70s, and there was even an attempt to make a show in here in the 70s.
So household name would have been damn near 70s.
Household
Damn.
name since at least the 70s.
You're very close. The first appearance was in Amazing Fantasy number 15 in 1962. So close.
Well, the point is, because we
But
had
not
that
close
poster
enough.
of the original Spider-Man comic at our old apartment.
We did.
The point is,
It's the
there's
most
a
valuable comic
song
there is.
by a band called The Cure.
Is that really?
I think it held the record for like most expensive comic book ever sold. It was like one of the original.
Not.
It's not. It's the one with Superman lifting the car.
What's that? World's Finest?
World's Action Hero or something.
Oh, what's that? Hold on. I can't. Action Comics. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
The comic featuring the first ever appearance of Spider-Man has set the record for the most expensive comic book ever sold. A copy of the 1962 comic Amazing Fantasy number 15 was sold at Heritage Auctions in 2021 for a whopping $3.6 million.
So it's sold. It's sold for the most.
Yes.
What it's valued at could be different, but
Priceless.
Anyway,
you were
there's
saying
a song called The Band. Sorry, there's a song called The Band by The Cure. There's a Cure song called Lullaby, and he talks about the Spider-Man. I'm not gonna sing.
You see the Spider-Man.
I'm not gonna sing the tune. But if you could just use your little editing powers to put that in.
No.
He talks about the Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man is...
Here's the Mario theme.
Anyway, in it, he talks about the Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man is seemingly a Spider-Man who comes into his room and eats him alive. And
That's awesome.
It's pretty scary.
It's sweet.
He describes it as being eaten by 1,000 tiny, shivering, furry holes.
That's horrible. That's the worst
It's
thing.
really.
That's the worst thing I've heard.
But I was wondering because he calls him the Spider-Man. Obviously, it doesn't
What?
refer to the
When did
hero
that
of
come out?
Spider-Man. 87, I want to say, off of Disintegration.
I will say, yeah, because here's the thing: is that Spider-Man was so popular that Spider-Man was one of the few Spider-Man and X-Men, Hulk because of the TV show, they were the things that Marvel sold off, and they would have sold off more, like Captain America and the Avengers, but other companies were like, we don't want any of those. Those are worthless. We'll take Spider-Man because he's worth something.
Interesting.
But that was in the 90s. So 87, that's pretty late. I mean...
I'm definitely going to get flagged.
You can cut that out and put whatever, but that's the song. I'm sure you've heard that on the radio. Oh, that was very funny.
The slider, yeah.
Yes,
that
and
was
then
really
us
good.
Restarting it and missing. Also, you cutting before the death scene, like you're about to fall, and then just cutting to the next thing was very funny. Sorry,
The editing is what makes
yeah.
That's a reference to the latest post on dumbnerdthing.youtube.com.
Hey, go check it out. YouTube. It's fun. I make a lot. It takes a long time to make those fucking videos.
But I think that's where
it's a labor of love.
Is.
It's a labor of love, and it shows.
That was what I would guess. I don't know, but
I love videos where there's like sneaky edits that come in like later in the video. Like it's just a normal stream video, and then all of a sudden like a funny edit pops up like out of nowhere. It's like it's clear that they've like sat through the whole thing, you know.
And also your edits aren't like the same edits you see every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like it's just like a soy.
Oh yeah.
It's like a soy face, and it says, "Bruh, big chungus goated with the sauce." Fortnite.
Goated with the sauce has entered this house vocabulary, and busted down sexual style.
Yeah,
I've learned.
White busted down
Jack
sexual
last
style,
name
and he is goated with the sauce.
Yeah,
I've been seeing that going around.
Goated with the sauce sounds like real. It sounds delicious. It sounds like a goat curry type thing.
It sounds. Every time I hear it, I hear "Get Crazy with the Cheese Whiz," which is a.
It's a Beck lyric.
It's a Beck lyric, which is so cringy.
Get crazy with the. That's so 90s cringe.
It's
Get
so
crazy
90s.
with the cheese.
I was gonna say that sounds very
So
like
you predator.
90s, early 2000s.
I'm a
I'm a
loser,
loser,
baby.
baby, so why don't you kill me?
Get crazy with the cheese whiz.
It's very much like millennial.
Back in the day, like fucking people like
millennial cringe.
Gen Xers used to. Gen Xers thought that's like that's some like Gen X shit right there. That they thought that shit was like really sticking it to their fucking boomer parents, and like their boomer parents were instead like, I don't know, destroying all of the forests that we have, and then they were like, I'm gonna listen to Beck and hula hoop.
And the rest is. And 9 months later, you were born.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Like
rest
I'm
is
gonna kick a
history.
hacky sack and listen to the Bare Naked Ladies, and that'll stick it to them.
BNL.
Do you know that the Bare Naked Ladies have the highest selling debut album in Canadian music history?
Why would I know that?
I don't know. That's why I asked. Did you
You're
know?
right.
And
I did not
apparently
know
you
that.
didn't.
I did not know that.
So the answer is no. It's an easy answering question.
I suppose.
An
that
EAS is like EAQ as I call it.
EAQ. Yeah, EAQ. I need some. I need some
yeah.
HQ where I can hang out at. Sort of headquarters to kick up my feet and smoke a beer.
Yeah, what we need is a safe house.
Yeah, we do. That we definitely.
And it's like loaded with cool drink. It's like loaded with sodas.